All right, so we're gonna do some now playing. Actually, I don't think we have any clips though from now playing. Problem is, a lot of the games we've been playing, clips are a thing that might not happen, especially for Neverwinter Nights. Like, there's not a lot of things you can really
Yeah,
clip in it, you know.
yeah. We
But
could do like we could have equipped like a cool event because we last time we beat we killed a T Rex. That's part of one of the world events or
oh,
server
that's pretty
events.
cool. Yeah, that's pretty
We
cool.
could have clipped that, but like I don't stream it. It's not really like a thing people want to watch normally.
Yeah.
True.
Can you guys hear
Yeah.
my laundry going right now?
No, actually,
No.
I wish.
I mean I don't stream might because it picks up different.
That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if the yep. Okay. Very nice. I just realized that that's happening, so I don't know if I can fix it in the middle of the thing here. Noise suppression. Is it suppression or gain? I can't remember.
Uh, well, gain will make things
It's suppression.
louder or quieter.
I'm just gonna leave it at 30.
Suppression.
There
will
we go. I killed
suppress
it. It's dead now, I think, Tarnus, except for when I'm talking, probably. Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
I fixed it. All right. Anyway, so let's talk. I'm gonna take it off of now playing for now because we're not gonna show any videos there. All right. So let's save both of yours, Jiggly. We're gonna save both of those for last, basically, since we
Okay.
all are playing them and you
Okay.
all
Yeah.
are playing the other ones. So I'll start off with I played some. I call it Dun Greed, right?
Okay.
At least that's what I think it's supposed to be called. And
Sounds
it's
about
pretty
right.
cool. It's like a side scroller. It's a roguelike game, which is really cool. It's roguelike because you keep your gold and like you upgrade a town, so all that stays in the game, but like you lose all your single guy's progress, right? He starts over from scratch every time you die.
So, it's a semi-roguelike.
Right, yeah. So, but it's pretty fun. It's really hard. I only beat the first boss like 2 times out of like 40 playthroughs, but I could just also be really bad, to be honest with you. It's just way harder than some of the other roguelikes I've played. So, but it's pretty cool. So the concept is there's a town gets swallowed by the dungeon, quote unquote, and as you escape, as you go down into the dungeon, you find the townsfolk and help them escape, and then they will help you in town. At that point, you'll get access to different things as you find them and help them out. So it's pretty cool.
Interesting.
It's pretty nice. I like it. It's a good thing to just like start up and play like an hour of. If you only have an hour worth of time or whatever.
Sounds good.
So, anyways, it's pretty cool. I'm the only one I think out of all of us who got Division Two. Right?
Sounds accurate.
Yep.
Now
Sounds about right.
Tarnus in chat, Eagle in chat, obviously, they got it. They've been playing the hell out of it. I'm pretty certain they're doing in-game stuff. I have not gotten that far, but I have not had a lot of time to play it either. So, it is really fun though. I really like it. I love the gunplay. It has a ton of content. Um, you know, beat a dead horse. Everything that Anthem we were hoping would happen. Hopefully that still happens for Anthem, right? But right now, it's one of those things. I really like it. It was. I like the diversity. It's all takes place in a city, right? But I like the diversity between street fights, building fights. There's a subway in this one now, so there's like fights underground and stuff, which are cool. Um, when you're claiming points for resources and stuff, those type of fights are really cool. Yeah, there's parks, kind of. It's kind of like
Go to the park.
go to the park. So it's cool. It's pretty diverse for just like a city, quote unquote city, based game. Everything's in DC. So, but I really like it. I think it's really cool. I've seen some pretty cool stuff with Tarnus, because Tarnus does stream it at times, and I've seen some cool stuff from his stream from it. We've been doing some good stuff. I like that it scales. So it doesn't matter if I'm only level 14 and everybody's 30 now. I can still play with them.
That's nice.
At the beginning it didn't scale correctly. You got like all the other scaling but armor, so then you would get like one shot really easily. But they fixed all that, so that's good. It's pretty cool. It's a good one. Ian, it looks like you're playing some Wizard of Legend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you guys.
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Jeff?
So I've
I
been
almost
trying
bought
to
it today.
fuck out of it because I have it on PC now because John just sort of had it.
Okay.
Humble monthly, baby.
And I figured eventually we could do like a thing where we have like a couch co-op game. And so I could get it on PC, and then I also have it on Switch, so we could have like 2 teams of 2. So I've been
Oh.
grinding the fuck out of it, trying to unlock everything on both. Been real, real sucky.
Yeah, that's the
Fun
only thing
game,
about
but,
having
like,
a
whenever you're
game.
grinding it that much, it's really shitty.
It's the one thing about having a game in multiple, platforms. Especially if you want the content from both. If you're playing
Yeah.
like with friends, so that's understandable. But it's a fun game. I haven't got to sit down and like play it. Just like anything I own for the most part. But I like it. I really like the aesthetic of it, which is what made me look at it in the first place.
They just updated it to adding another boss fight
Oh, cool.
and a lot of spells.
Cool.
That's 2
There's
months
a
ago,
lot of
maybe a
shit.
month.
There's a lot of items
there's a
too.
lot.
It's
There's a lot of items.
it's one of those games I got on PC that I probably should have got on Switch because I feel like I probably would have played it more. Because I get to play my Switch quite a bit where I can't play my computer as much just because of its location. And
Yeah.
so it's like when I'm watching the kids or whatever, the Switch is just more accessible to me. And so it's one of those where I kind of wish I had gotten it for the Switch. But it looks real fun. You said you guys were having a good time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
It's
also
kinda-
got this one program to work that allows us to actually play it together.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't
instead
do it
of...
online.
Because it's only couch co-op, right? Normally.
Yeah.
Currently, yes.
Yeah. That's cool.
They say that they have plans, but it's only like a 2-person team or something like that, I think.
Yeah. Only
Right.
2 people working on the game.
It'll take some
So
time for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they said it's pretty low on their priority list.
Well, we got some other. You found that program. What's that program called again? Do you remember?
Parsec.
Yeah, Parsec.
Yeah.
That's right.
RASEC.
Does it let you do any other couch co-op stuff?
It basically just
pretty much
lets
anything.
you remote into their computer.
Oh, and it's like
Yeah.
a screen capture, and so you see the
Yeah,
screen
but
capture.
it doesn't let you see all of their programs. It lets you only see like whichever
one
ones
they
they select.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So
Cool.
if they alt tab out, it says user is busy or something like that.
Gotcha.
So
It doesn't let them
you still
control
only
your
have one
or anything.
mouse because you're on their computer, so you'd have to get controllers. to
Right.
play.
It's capturing their input though, the other person's input.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
that's
since
cool.
I have a Switch, I also have a Pro controller, so worked out.
Yeah, no worries. That's cool. Yeah.
The biggest problem was that he was running an antivirus scan in the background on accident, and that was causing a little bit of lag,
Yeah. I'm
but
sure.
nothing
Yeah.
really noticeable.
That's cool. I will have to check that out.
That's
Yeah.
not what's happening at all. I was
Now
just
Google we're going to talk about this in news later, is coming out with a streaming service, and they're going to offer local co-op as well with their service. So any game that's only local co-op, you can play with somebody else online now. So that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Gotta play that crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs
Honestly.
at the door.
All right, cool. Well, that's cool. So and then you, for whatever reason, the VG are playing Fortnite.
No,
Are you playing-
Fortnite.
Are you playing like not the BR version?
Yeah, so
Okay.
randomly I'll just keep checking in on the PvE version just to see what the fuck they've changed, because they change something every time I randomly get on.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah, they've changed a bunch of
They
new shit again.
reworked the skill system again.
okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I heard some people, they were kind of, to be honest with you, they were bitching about it, more or less,
Yeah.
because they were like, oh, well, why aren't you working on the BR? Don't work on the... Nobody plays that other thing.
Don't work
And
on the
I'm like-
version that people pay for.
I'm
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. This is how this got started. This is how you have a BR.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you calm it down just a little bit?
Respect your elders.
Right?
Plus, they have 2 separate teams working on it. It's not like one team is working on the BR and the PvE.
Yeah, well, not everybody gets that. So,
Yeah.
That
but
makes too much sense.
Get that logic out of here.
yeah. Okay, cool. So you were testing out some of the stuff from the...
Yeah, I was seeing what the fuck they've changed. I
Gotcha.
just randomly do it every now and then.
All
Is
right,
it
let's...
better than it was before?
Yeah, do you like the new skill system?
Not really. Pretty much, if you had any character that you liked before, you liked all of their abilities and stuff, not the same character anymore. So just suck it up.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, I want to get back on and play my ninja guy and see what he does.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
What it doesn't do.
What it doesn't do. I probably don't even remember anymore, so it's fine.
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's talk about you guys. So I bought Risk of Rain 2 when they announced it last week. You guys bought it and actually played it, so that's good. I've watched some videos on it. It looks really awesome. What did you guys think about it, though, actually playing it?
First off, how many hours do each of us have? in the
Okay,
game?
hold on a second. I probably don't have as much as you.
'Cause I
11.
know how many.
I have 11. Yeah,
I have
know,
46.
Jesus.
I'll
I
say
have-
this.
I have 95 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
if you
we got
played a lot of the first one, there's a lot that you have to get used to with the second one.
Well, I mean, big
the
change
third
is
person is the biggest.
it's 3D third person instead of 2D side scroller, so that's a huge change.
That's not even so. That's the biggest change, but I think the biggest thing about it is the fact that it's so fucking hard to find shit half the time.
Yes.
Because the map, like, they're just as big as it is in the first game. Realistically, it's probably about the same size. The only difference is you can't just see it all like at once, so you don't know where your chests are and shit because of how like the map is layered.
Gotcha.
which is
They are fixing the
super
teleporter issue of it not being super visible.
So
Well, the other thing
which is
about
helpful.
this is that we need to preface is this is early access. I mean, they announced it and they're like it's available now on Steam. It's
Yeah.
early access though, so
It's
I mean,
only-
it's nowhere.
it's early
near
access
complete.
from a team that actually works on shit after it's
True.
gone out of early
That's true.
access. So
Yeah.
I'll say that. Like that's the only reason why I was like, fuck it, $20. I'll spend $20 on this because I know this
Well, and
company.
it's also another note is it's buy one get one free till the it's already over, isn't it?
I think
It
it's
was the
already over. I think
30th,
it's till
I
the
think.
first or
Yeah,
some
the
shit,
first. Yeah.
I still
Never
got an
mind.
extra copy.
It was $20 though.
You have an
Buy
extra
one
copy
get one
still?
free. So
Yeah.
Oh, I know someone who wants it.
I
No.
know someone who wants it.
Second account.
No, Ian bought one and gave me one.
Yeah, I was gonna give it to David, but I was like, oh, David already owns it. of
Yeah, I
course.
got it. Thank you. Anyway, so but you guys are liking it so far.
It's really fun.
How's the
Yeah.
shooting? I'm just wondering.
It's actually pretty good.
It's you don't really.
It looks like
notice
it has. Does it have aim assist or something, or like auto
Uh,
targeting?
The Huntress does.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
All
and
of
that's how she was in the old one too, wasn't it?
So
Okay.
the Huntress has auto targeting.
Right.
All of them have aim assist.
Okay, got you.
So like you don't have to be super accurate. You just kind of have to like get in the AOE because they have huge hitboxes that are not actually their entire body.
I got you. Okay.
I'll say this: the one thing that's sort of disappointing about it to me is that there is no like reward for actually going for headshots or anything like that. There's
That is true.
no sort of benefit for going for it, so you don't need to at
They
all.
might add it in.
It doesn't do
but,
more
like,
damage.
That wasn't a thing in the original game.
Doesn't do more
so-
damage. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't give you a
Gotcha.
higher chance to proc anything. Nah.
There was a thing in the first game, for good reason. So
didn't exist because it was a 2D side scroller. Yeah.
I don't see them adding it in because you already have like crit from the glasses as well.
Well, all they have to do is give it like a 10% chance to crit, and then all of a sudden it's like worth doing. You know what I mean? Especially with
True.
some of the items that exist.
But some of them are some of the enemies are all head, so it's like
Did you? Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Well,
Just
maybe
make
that's their
different
weakness.
spots.
Maybe that's their weakness. You gotta shoot them right in the eye socket.
there we go.
Did you notice? I mean, I know Risk of Rain has a lot of items, but a lot of familiar, or did they add new
There's
stuff?
a lot of familiar items.
Okay.
There's
And
some
some
new ones.
Two.
There's a lot of changed items.
Yes, that's
Like what they
They, like,
did in
turned
the
it
old
around
game
for
isn't
you.
exactly what
They
they did in this
tweaked
game because it doesn't
a
make
lot
sense.
of the items.
The 3D.
Gotcha. That's cool. That sounds pretty neat. Yeah, I want to get on there and play
old
it, but
characters brought over, like the Commando and the Huntress.
yeah.
What's his name in the first one? Handy is upgraded to multi.
Multi.
He's got a nail gun now.
That's cool.
called multi in
Mercenaries
this game.
added.
Mercenary was in the first game as well, yeah.
Who else? I think that's it.
The Huntress, the Engineer is in this game.
NG, that's what it
different.
was. And then they added a new character.
Which is
right
the
off the bat.
Mage.
I wonder.
She's
I wonder if
okay.
they'll add more as well. Probably.
Mage
Oh,
is
yeah,
OP,
definitely. She is?
OP. OP.
Her right click's pretty strong.
Fucking dumb.
But the attack speed does nothing for you. That's my only problem is attack speed doesn't recharge your auto attack faster. It just makes you shoot it out faster. which is what you really don't need.
I got real life attack speed for certain things.
Oh yeah.
Anyways. All right. Okay, I'll talk about my last game before we talk about the one we all played. But oh no, we got Subterranean too, Chef.
Yeah, it's
I
survival
saw you
game.
playing this the other day, but I didn't actually
I've
look
been
it
playing
up.
it a lot recently. You're on a Mars colony. You're running the entire colony from one point by yourself. So like you're mining, like it's all like machines running everything for you, but you gotta go out and do the stuff. And everyone's infected, kind of like zombie kind of thing, but not really a zombie. They're mutants. That's what they are.
Is this an older game?
Yeah, 2016. Not super old, but still 2016in.
Okay, yeah.
That's old now.
It's so
It's
old.
crafting. You gotta
Might
go
as well
get
be Doom.
material, You gotta do
When you're
research.
talking about PCs, man,
Yeah, I know.
that's old. That's out of warranty.
It's a
3
sci-fi
years.
survival on Mars.
Out of warrant.
It's out of warranty, baby.
You start with level 1 like research and mining and engineering, and you gotta go find the data chips to upgrade everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
That
like,
sounds
oh
kinda
yeah, the I just got kind of fucked over because like it's like, oh yeah, the research chip is here. It's like, oh yeah, no, we moved it here. I just figured that out. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Cool. Well, it looks cool. I just looked it up. It looks kind of neat.
Oh, your reactor is constantly degrading because something's wrong with it, so you gotta constantly put new cores in it,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and you need to turn
That's
on
part of the
the
survival
areas.
aspect.
Yeah, you need to turn on the areas to get oxygen and heat, and that also helps keep the infection down.
Okay, gotcha. The infection for what? The mutants?
Yeah, it's just like the contamination level or whatever, something like that.
So if it gets too high, you
Basically,
end
if
up
there's-
dying, like yourself?
You get contaminated over time. If
Gotcha.
it gets to 100, you die.
Okay, gotcha.
But it just shows the infection level for each area. It doesn't explain why the levels keep rising, like where all the mutants are coming from,
Right.
but they're there.
Cool.
And it just gets progressively harder and harder. You know, new enemies. You get wave attacks on your reactor room that you can't block off. It's a fun game. They are
Sounds
working
cool.
on a second one.
It's I'm assuming single player, but
Yeah.
cool.
It
Why?
would be cool if it was a multiplayer, but
Well, it'd be hard to do with the concept. It sounds like since you're kind of sitting in one room, you know.
yeah, you're just running around. You just gotta go to different places together, maybe.
Yeah.
No, you're not sitting in one room. You're based in one room. Your research, engineering, mining, and food processing is all branched off from there. You take a tram to different areas around the colony
Oh, okay, okay,
to go kill mutants and to go get more materials.
okay. Gotcha. Sounds cool.
How you doing?
Well, I've been also playing a new survival game, which is Outward. That came out last week. I think it is last week.
Good game.
It's really good, man.
Mhm.
I'm enjoying it. I like the co-op aspect the most. I feel like the game is a lot better co-op than it is single. Although I have 2 single player games I'm playing right now. But the co-op game I'm having a lot more fun with. It's really cool. A couple things I like about it. There's no map. I mean, so let me rephrase. There's a map, but it doesn't track where you are. So you have to learn the landscape, right? And
So you have to learn where your landmarks are and
right.
judge
right.
where you are based off of that.
Yeah, so like if you bring up the map, it shows you where stuff is. It's like this is such and such
There's a mountain
encampment.
here. There's a
Right.
forest here. There's
But it
this
doesn't show
encampment.
your dot on there. So if you're wandering out in the wilderness, you just got to look at things and be like, okay, that's that mountain. This is kind of where I am. So I like that. And then when you go in dungeons, there's no map whatsoever. So like
Makes
we
sense.
were in a mountain. I've been playing with a friend of mine, Dustin, real life friend. And we were in this mountain because we were trying to obtain magic because you don't start with magic. You have to go basically
Steal it.
learn it essentially. And we're in this mountain for like 2.5, 3 hours, just like exploring it. and it was really cool because like it's not like, oh, we already been here. Well, I mean, it is like that, but it's not like you can look at the map and go, okay, we've already completed this much. You're like, I don't know. You know,
Yeah,
you have to
try and
systematically
remember.
think and be like, we've already been down that hallway, you know, and it's pretty cool. And you can kind of get lost. And I'm hoping there's bigger dungeons where you might get lost. We'll
Yeah,
see,
that'd be cool.
because it is a survival.
Dungeons that change.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, there is a survival aspect to it. You have to eat and drink, and so like we run out of water a lot and have to go back and get more water and stuff. But and like foods will give you buffs and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. The magic system's pretty cool. It's unique. First of all, when you go to get magic, you have to sacrifice health and stamina to get mana. So like, say you want to have a pool of mana of like 20 points of mana, you have to sacrifice 5 points of health and 5 points of stamina. So for the rest of the game, you now have 90. Like, just let's just say everything's 100. You have 95 health, 95 stamina, 20 mana, and you can dump as much as you want into that mana pool. So you can say, I want to sacrifice 50% health and 50% stamina and have 200 mana. That's fine, but the rest of the game you play with 50% health and stamina. Like, it never comes back. It's gone. So you have to kind of judge how much...
High risk, high reward.
Right, for how much life force and stamina you want to sacrifice to get mana, to cast spells. And then like a lot of...
matter.
Yeah, kind of. And a lot of the spells use what they call in the game ritual casting. So you'll find like a stone, like a firestone, and you'll have to put that up first, and then you'll have to stand in that firestone's aura for your spells to actually cast, right? And like some of your spells, like if you're in a firestone, they do one thing, but you can also put up an ice stone, for instance, and they will do a totally different effect. So it was pretty cool.
That is interesting.
The magic system's pretty neat. So it's pretty cool overall. The Manuses are assholes. Yes, Eagle's bringing them up because he watched us die a couple times last night to the Manuses. Because they hide underground. They're like rock Manuses. And they hide underground and just pop up on you, and you just don't realize it until it's too late. But it's pretty fun. It's a pretty hard game. It took me quite a bit of time to get used to, but it's fun now that I've kind of gotten the hang of it, you know? So... I recommend it. It's pretty good. It's $40, which is relatively cheap, you know, for a game. I mean, not necessarily, I guess. It's not a AAA title, so I guess I don't expect it to be $60, but...
Is it on Steam?
It is on Steam if you want to get a copy, so...
Ooh.
It's pretty fun. I like it. Let's talk about
I
this...
remember I
Go
posted
ahead.
a video about it, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we talked about it releasing, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
I just didn't realize it was going to come out. Like, I just kind of, like, saw the video randomly.
The
And
Mantis Golem.
then it came out.
Yeah,
cool.
it's fun, man. I wouldn't mind playing it with some other people. It's just like... It's already eating 2 nights of my week right now.
Yeah.
It's like I played it on Tuesday, and Dustin's like, "Let's play again on Thursday." I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." And I think we played some on Saturday or Sunday this weekend too. So it was like, it's a little bit addicting right now. Anyways,
David, you
yeah.
reminded me of something. In Subterranean, there's also like food, water.
survival
sleep.
aspects. Yeah,
But you gotta go to the bathroom after you eat and drink.
And then you
That's
You
too
can
much.
break bones. You can bleed out, so you have to bandage yourself up.
cool. You can
And if
bleed
you
out
lose
and
sleep,
outward.
You start to like slow down. You lose some stamina, that kind of shit.
Yeah. That happens as well in Outward. So what happens is like the more you get hit, your health goes down, right? But then it'll like quote unquote permanently go down too. So you can only heal so much, right? And then
So a permanent wound.
right, and then same thing with stamina. If you run around a lot, you'll lose stamina, just like any game loses stamina. But eventually, it'll actually start being a dark bar where you can't regen the stamina that high anymore. And then when you rest, that basically clears those darker bars that can't regenerate, right? And then basically you can be full health and full stamina again. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I recommend it. If you got somebody you play co-op games with, it's a really good... That's the only problem with it. It's only 2-player co-op. Not that that's a problem.
Oh.
Other than it's only 2-player co-op, so you get hosed. But it's really fun. I like it. Let's talk about our big game.
It'd be neat to see that game kind of go towards like a persistent world.
Would be
Like,
cool.
as far as
But then
Like,
you'd have to have
do
like
like
an MMO?
support. Yeah, well, or just somebody hosting servers of like 16 or something, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Ian, Tank Ranger. Let's go.
yeah. It's pretty fun. Like Dustin's playing like the tank, quote unquote. He's playing melee with a shield, and then I'm playing the ranged, like a bow guy. And then I'm starting to learn spells now. Yeah, he dipped a little magic because there's this crazy like sword spell blade person you can do, and you can put spells on swords, and then that makes them like magical swords. So he's gonna use his mana for that kind of stuff, but he didn't dump it as much as I did. So, anyways. Our big game that we've all been playing is a game that's super old, and we just get
You're
on our.
super old.
We get on. I am super old.
Whoa.
True
You're,
fact.
you're a pie
That's
shark.
rude. That's rude as fuck.
It's one of those games we go to and we play it pretty religiously for
A
4
while.
like 2 to 6 months depending. Sometimes we play longer, and that's Neverwinter Nights 2. We're back on that wagon. Playing back on one of our old servers that kind of revitalized, right? Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're having a good time with it, playing all of the random characters. They made it a little easier to level because before you couldn't be, you had to be within 3 levels, I believe, right?
Yep.
Particularly?
Mhm.
3 levels between the two of you. Now that it doesn't matter, you can just be with whoever. They also upped the amount of XP.
Doubled it.
Because RP servers are notorious for being like, fuck you, no XP. But this one doubled what you can get max now, so that's helpful in the leveling process. So it makes it a lot more fun to play. So it's pretty fun. Now, I think, is this Ian and John, is this y'all's first foray?
Yep.
Into
I don't know
Neverwinter.
about John, but mine, yeah.
Neverwinter 2? Neverwinter 2?
I've played it once a long ass time ago. I played for like 3 minutes, said I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and then didn't play it anymore.
So how do
Yeah,
you guys
I-
like it? I mean, I realize it's an older game, but what do you guys think about it? Or what are your
It's-
impressions?
If you like D&D, like it's worth giving a shot. If you don't like D&D, then you're not gonna like it. Period.
Okay.
That's pretty accurate.
I do have a little bit of difficulty getting into it.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at the RP for one. Unlike these two.
Right.
What?
My favorite is his roleplay with
Ian-
Drew's character right now.
Yeah, Ian just likes tickle bitties.
Yeah,
There's
that-
no roleplay there.
that
It's
was
just,
pretty good. I don't know. I'm just having a little bit of struggle with it. I mean, it's not a bad game. I'm enjoying it, but it's probably just the leveling that I'm going through. It's probably
Yeah, and the way
Give
we're
it my
doing it
perspective.
is just because it's like
faster.
Yeah, like if we were to do it the real way, you probably
It
would
would
like
take-
the game more, but it would take
Yeah,
us a
I
lot
would be
longer to
doing
get
more,
you
but it'd take a
higher,
lot longer.
Yeah.
Well,
Right now
and
we're just
so
trying to get you enough levels where we can actually go do like the fun leveling parts, not the trash level.
Yeah. Plus, the other problem is every time they ask me to play, it's either I'm going to sleep or I'm playing
Right.
something else with
Right.
the other guy.
yeah, no, it's that's cool. Yeah, I'll tell you this, John. Don't worry. So on Persistent Worlds for me, it's like I think my highest character in Neverwinter 2, I think might have been on Shadow. What was the one, the Drow one? Shadow.
I can tell you, man. That was a long time ago.
Damn, I don't remember. But in any case, I think my highest character was like level 15.
Yep.
Because I can't handle the grind. If you go and play the actual Neverwinter game, you can level at a decent pace. Obviously, the Persistent Worlds want you to obviously keep playing, right? Just like an MMO almost. So they nerfed the XP, which is, it's a thing.
It makes sense.
I enjoy playing it though, off and on. So I'm liking that everybody's playing it right now. So I get in there when I can and play, but it's pretty fun. And then I even went further, and I'm doing a Neverwinter Nights original.
Campaign.
I'm working on some custom campaign stuff for it, which I actually streamed some of that the other night, by the way. Me building that stuff, but it was it's pretty fun just to get back into that and learn the world building aspect and all that kind of stuff. I would do it in Neverwinter 2. It's so clunky, and it would literally take me 5 to 10 times longer to make the campaign. Because what's cool about Neverwinter Nights 2, even though I don't think it's as good as far as UI and everything, when you build the terrain, you literally build the terrain. So, like, if you want a mountain, you put a mountain. Whereas in the first one, they don't really have that. You can raise or lower the terrain, but it's literally like in chunks, right? So you don't have there's no fidelity there. There's no, this gradually rises and then there's not a lot of options.
Is it like the roller coaster tycoon, raising and lowering the land?
Yeah, it's just it's like a whole section, right? So
Fuck it, dude. I love that.
yeah.
That fucking game, dude.
But anyway, so
Anyway.
we've been playing a bunch of Neverwinter, which is an old school game. But if you guys like 3.5-ish rules, because it's not exactly, because obviously they had to convert it to a game, go check out Neverwinter 2. I think it's $20. Is that right?
Yeah,
It's $20 for
$20.
for all the expansions that they had for Neverwinter Nights 2. And you can pick it up and just go through the actual campaign and play. It's pretty fun. I mean, even the campaign's fun. And it's co-op if you do want to play with friends on the campaign. So
Yep.
if role-playing and persistent worlds aren't your deal. So
Yep. And there are some persistent worlds that aren't heavy in roleplay.
there are. And there's
So-
some that are super, XP level,
Yeah.
in a day type deal. But
The action ones, yeah.
whatever. That's cool. All right, well, let's move on to some upcoming games. We don't have a lot of we literally the ones we picked. I'm still worried that they're too shitty to talk about. We don't have a lot of options here, guys. There's gonna be some good stuff coming out. It looks like next podcast, so hopefully we'll have some better options. I posted the list in here, and I didn't believe Ian when he said that there's no good ones, but the two that he linked to me were not even that good, and I was like, really? This is the best we can do here? I will point out that Ace Attorney Trilogy is coming out April 9th, so if you like any of the Ace Attorney games, that's coming out on everything. Well, yeah, pretty much everything. PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
Yep.
I'll point out that and I agree with this, we're not going to talk too much about it, but the stupid Nintendo Labo VR kit is coming out on the 12th. That's the one that you build out of cardboard.
I will say one thing about it. They
Okay.
have a camera mode in it. That was the greatest fucking opportunity for them to make Pokemon Snap, and they just fucking didn't.
Oh,
So, fuck that game.
fuck that game.
It's because
So
Bowser's
thing.
controlling now.
we
That's why.
we're giving that game a fuck that game out of 10. All right, so there's that one. We got Konami Arcade Classics, which is pretty cool. I mean, if you like old school arcade games, right? So that's pretty cool, and that's coming out on everything: PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Final Fantasy X and X2 is coming out as well on the 16th.
It's a remake.
The remaster, yeah. Let me give you all them sweet HD skins. Titties. Wasteland 2 is coming out on Switch. It's been out already on PC for years. World War Z is coming out on almost everything but Switch. But it's based off the movie. So if you didn't like the movie, you're probably not going to like the game. I don't know. The gameplay looks okay. It's like hordes of zombies, right? And it's multiplayer. So I don't know. If it's like
If you want a
ever
good
on
zombie
sale,
game, the Resident Evil game just came out.
Resident Evil 2? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the
Okay.
remake.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, that's good. But there's two games we're going to talk about real quick, and then we'll probably move on. We have a lot of news, so at least the news can pick up our stuff, our lacking of games.
It's not our fault. That
The
the
first
games are-
one is not even a full release game, to be honest with you. So I don't know if this is good or bad, but it's where's my Streamlabs? There it is. It's Shovel Knight Showdown. I don't know if you've heard about this game, but it's a content patch for Shovel Knight that let me see if I can switch you all over so you can see this. And let me go with YouTube. On display one. There you go. Hopefully y'all can see that. Yeah. Okay. It's just a content patch for Shovel Knight, but it looks pretty cool. It's like a Smash Bros style, right? essentially. But it looks like you have to collect
Extras.
gems. So there's going to be gems throughout the map, and you got to collect whatever it says. Like in this example that you're watching right now, it says get 5. So whoever gets first to get to 5 gems wins, apparently.
It looks kind of like that duck combat arena game.
Oh, duck game.
Yep.
Yeah. I gotcha. And then it looks like I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's just all the different Shovel Knight characters. So if you like all the characters in the game, you kind of have like a little battle mode DLC patch. Yeah. I think it's neat. It's worth mentioning because it's DLC, so it's not like a full game.
It's also worth mentioning just because Shovel Knight's good as fuck.
Yeah, Shovel Knight's a really good game. So it looks cool. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, right? I mean, it could be shit. I also don't know how much it cost. Did you look that up? Shovel Knight Showdown. It's gonna be.
I looked it up.
I don't know how much it's gonna be. It doesn't say.
Yeah, I didn't see anything when I looked up earlier. I think it was something like 20.
Oh, it's $10. Unless you already have Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, which I guess is the one that gives you all the content essentially. So I don't know. It looks kind of cool. $10 might not be. I don't know. You know, for me, $10 I need like new levels possibly, but I'm not really big into like versus games anyway, so I can't rightfully give that a yes or no because I'm already biased. I'm like, I wouldn't pay $10 for a verse game.
I feel like it would be fun if you already had like a couch co-op sort of thing going on, which is another reason why I put it on there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
We were
true.
talking about couch co-op shit.
Yeah, that might be a fun one also to do if we ever do another 24-hour, you know?
Or if you're doing just like Wario Party or some shit like that.
Yeah, I got you. You're right. That may be worth it because it just gives you something else to play. So, but anyways, it looks all right. You know, I don't know too much about it, but it looks pretty cool. Let me switch back. I don't have my third monitor up yet, and so I'm having to like slum it. I'm having to slum it. I have only 2 screens instead of 3 right now. I mean, I'll tell you why. Because I went to put up my second ultra wide, and it's not the same size. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I need to go buy a new one. So I'm gonna probably get another ultra wide, the same size as my current one, so that they match.
Is it the LG?
Yeah, so I got like the one that we have.
Yeah.
And so that one's 29 actually inch.
Yeah.
It's 29. The other one I have is a 27, I think. So it's smaller.
But I mean, I'll sell you my other 29.
Ooh, we can talk about that later.
Okay.
All right. So, anyways, Shovel Knight. It looks pretty cool. That comes out on the 9th, I believe. Yep, that comes out on 9th on basically everything that Shovel Knight's on. So, you know, whatever. The other one, kind of troll in my opinion, but whatever. I left it up to Ian, and he decided to troll me.
What? How am I trolling?
Oh, I see this freaking Earth Defense Force.
We've talked about Earth Defense Force on this stream before.
What's wrong with Earth Defense Force? Come on, man.
The funnest fuck game. If you just want to randomly kill a bunch of bullshit.
It's
Alright,
on. Yeah, that's true.
Let me go to Earth Defense Force here.
Granted, I don't know anything
Bunch
about
of-
this one. I just know Earth Defense Force is the funnest fuck game.
You
So-
just kill a bunch of giant ants.
There's a new version
Aliens.
coming out for
Every
PS4. It's called Earth Defense Force Iron Rain.
This one has like Godzilla in it.
I mean, it looks kind of cool. It looks like all the gameplay's about the same. It's apparently a spin-off of Earth Defense Force 5. So if you played 5, this is a spin-off of that game. It's only coming out on PS4. So that's weird to me, but whatever. But it's another Earth Defense Force game. They're just like coming out with these like candy all of a sudden. What's happening? But it looks cool. You kill giant ants. You look like a freaking.
Here's the worst part about this one, though.
You look like a mecha. What's the worst part
What's the
about
worst
this?
part?
I think
For it,
I think
or-
Ian died.
Yep.
Are you dead?
Yep.
Yep.
He did.
Okay, he's
Super
back.
dead.
He's back now.
Mine was just like.
That's fine. I can still hear you. It's just your
Worst-
video.
Worst
is
part?
kinda-
You're the worst part. Psych. Ooh.
I keep like not talking whenever I notice you guys starting to sound like robots.
Well, you sound good right now to us, so
Just fix your internet.
That's
Haha.
good. But yeah, no, the worst part about it is that it's PS4 only.
yeah. If you're interested in Earth Defense Force,
Which
it
it
is
should be.
it is a pretty fun game, especially just to play with a friend. You just basically blow the hell out of like everything. It's fun. Like it's
This game, I think, also has destructible environment too.
oh shit! I just moved somebody's camera. I think
The last time I played, you could blow up all the buildings.
my background is what I moved. Anyways, it's just another iteration of it. It's only on
Yeah,
PS4,
you
which
can.
is stupid,
All of them.
but it looks pretty cool. So we'll see how that goes. Again, like I was talking about, there are some other releases. They're just not the best. Mostly re-releases for other stuff like Arcade Classics, Konami Arcade Classics. That's on the 13th. Final Fantasy X2 remaster on the 16th. Wasteland 2 for Switch on the 16th. The only other new game that we kind of looked at was World War Z, but it's iffy. It's iffy.
It's a game based on a movie,
Based on a book.
based on a book,
True facts. Anyways,
based on a genre.
this is
The book was
a
good.
rough week. It's a rough
The
week,
book
but
was
we
more
got some.
like a. The book was more like a documentary.
Yeah, no, the book was good. Anyway, yeah, no, there wasn't shit that released. Or
Yeah.
is releasing.
Well, luckily we got some cool news, like with games, upcoming games. So we got some like more games to chat about a little bit. First one for me is the new Left 4 Dead creator. I mean, not it's not a Left 4 Dead game, but it's made by the same creators, right? Back for Blood. So it looks pretty cool, or it sounds pretty cool, I should say, because they haven't really said anything other than they're making it, right? So
It exists.
yeah, it's there. So we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty excited for it. I have a feeling that it's not Left 4 Dead 3 because they don't own the rights anymore. That studio doesn't. They basically sold, and then they broke off and they don't have the IP anymore. So the people they sold to do. So we'll see. This one's obviously, they said it's not Left 4 Dead. It's a brand new IP. I feel like it's just going to be similar though, as far as how it's going to work out, gameplay and stuff, which I'm not complaining about. I'm excited for. So we'll see. Maybe we'll hear some stuff at E3. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm just excited to hear that they're making a new game. So that looks pretty cool.
We will watch it with great interest.
Yeah. Yesterday was the first year Diablo didn't have an April Fool's thing. You mean the first year that Blizzard didn't have an April Fool's thing? Because Diablo doesn't have an April Fool's thing every year anyway.
There was a
True.
World of Warcraft thing.
What was the World of Warcraft thing?
I don't know. I thought I saw something.
I don't think they did anything.
To be honest with you, I didn't see
Overwatch.
anything.
No. I think they
Yes.
released patch notes for Overwatch.
Here's the storm.
Did you see that? Speaking of
That's
April
the-
Fool's
that is the
ones,
whole joke.
the whole joke is Immortal is balls. Yeah, I got it.
It still exists.
Yeah, it's still here. And what's gonna suck about that is they're gonna make a fuck ton of money, and they'll be like,
And they're gonna be like, ha ha.
we told you. No, we already knew it's gonna make a fuck ton of money. People are still gonna buy it. It's just dumb. Okay, shut up.
Yep.
Anyways, okay, back to news.
Fuck
No,
you, I'm still salty.
I hate you so much.
Wowhead released a bunch of April Fool stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
Lightbound Undead Allied Race.
Wowhead is not official
Yeah, I know, but
Blizzard. Okay? Okay, you scrub.
they did
Anyways.
patch notes.
No Man's Sky, new multiplayer. Beyond. It's called No Man's Sky Beyond. It was looking pretty cool. It's got a bunch of new content. They also just announced recently that they're doing a VR version, which people have already been demoing and saying it's really, really good. I can't believe that it's 2019 and we're actually No Man's Sky is still relevant. Like obviously all the work they ended up putting into it and releasing that big patch last year made them relevant again. But it was one of those games that was just completely didn't live up to any expectation, and now it's kind of it
Exists.
did live up to expectation, and now they're kind of back in in the news. You know, they kind of keeping themselves relevant. So, anyways, big content patch, new VR. That looks pretty cool. I'm very interested in VR games. Here's my problem: every game I want to play on VR, I already own regular, and I just don't want to buy the motherfucker again for $60.
Like Skyrim.
Like, I want to play Skyrim VR. I want to play it. I do, but I don't want to buy that shit again. It's like one of those things. So, Doom VR, I wanted to buy it first, but then I realized how the movement works, and I was like, fuck that. I don't want to play it now. Maybe they'll do better with Doom Eternal. We'll see, if they end up doing a VR version. But anyways, I like VR. The problem is I don't want to buy my game again, or at least give me a discount. Be like, oh, you already own the main game? VR, $30.
Todd Howard's just trying to get your money.
I mean, I realize it takes a whole nother development cycle to develop it, because you have all the assets, right? But you basically gotta kind of redo the gameplay, So I realize it takes effort, but still sucks. So we had
If you feel any better, Skyrim on Amazon Echo is still free.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Speaking of Skyrim, or Elder Scrolls.
Skyrim Grandma?
Well, we got that, and we also have, it's not in the list, but Blades has been open on. It's not open to everyone yet, but people are starting to be able to play it and demo it, so that's exciting. A lot of people say it's really good.
Yep.
That's the phone version for those of you who don't know about it. And
the one big thing that I've seen as a negative about it is just that the chests are so
yeah.
but
Yeah. Which is how they're going to make their money, right? It's just, I hate it when they make it really annoying, these people are saying. So we'll see how Blades does. But if you signed up to try to play Blades, you may go check it out because it's definitely open right now for people who, they haven't done it for everybody who signed up, but they've been giving out the invites. So check it, check and see if you've gotten in or not. I downloaded the other day, but I'm still not eligible, so fuck me, I guess.
I don't know, baby. I have a headache.
Okay, cool. Then we got Google announcing their streaming service, Stadia, their gaming streaming service. Let me preface that it's for games.
I see you shaking your head, Jiggly.
Well, I actually had a chance to test this in January. They had to sign up. And to be
want you special.
Well, no, they had to sign up, so anybody could do it. It's not like I got in because I'm special, right? I just put in the effort to sign up. And the one thing I'll say, and also this is why I signed up, because I got Assassin's Creed Odyssey for free for doing it, right? And that it had just released basically, so it was it's still a $50 or $60 game. So I was like, yes. But when I tested it, it was really cool. I didn't have any problems. A lot of people are worried about 4K, how well the 4K is going to work. But I don't give a shit. And I don't, to be perfectly honest with you, somebody who's willing to have a service that plays in their browser shouldn't be giving a shit if it's 4K or not either. They should just be like, oh, I'm getting 1080? This is cool. You're already catering to a person who has lower expectations, in my opinion, anyway. Because they obviously don't have a machine to play those type of games. That's why they're buying your service. I don't know. I guess you may want to cater to those 4K people and people who want the ultimate graphics. At some point you could replace desktop PCs, I guess, if your service was good enough. But I don't know. For me, it's not as big of a deal. As long as the game plays, I don't have tearing or anything, I'm good. And so I played it on my gaming PC, my Chromebook, and also on my Razer laptop, just to test it on a couple of things. And I had no problems with it on any of them. It worked well. It was pretty cool overall, I think. And I got Odyssey for free, so why not?
Win-win.
But a lot of people have been testing it. They've been given, if you're interested in it, there's no price points yet or anything. They say it's going to release this year, but we'll see. how that goes. But they do tout like if you have good enough internet speed that you should be able to get 4K resolution and like top graphics and blah blah blah. But obviously, people who were testing that said it wasn't quite the case. So we'll see. Maybe they didn't have the best internet. Maybe Google's like you have to be on our fiber, on our gigabit for it to produce those that type of video. I don't know. But anyways, it looks pretty cool. Looks exciting. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, there's a few like services I looked into that like do that already, and the biggest issue is like you said, input lag.
Yeah, input lag. Yeah, so and that's the other thing. I feel like it's a cool service for certain kinds of games. I saw an ad for something the other day for Apex to play Apex.
That's the main one right now people are using.
Yeah,
it's literally just an RDP into their server, though.
Right, they just have sessions that you just get on. Yeah, so I don't know.
That was funny.
Yeah, this one's a little unique because it's browser based, so you can just play it in any browser. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool concept. But anyways, that's exciting. I think when Google puts their fingers in something, usually it's for the better. At least I think so.
Rest in peace, Google Plus.
Did you get it in there? Okay, I got you, Jiggly. Thanks. I was gonna click add, but
I got it.
Apparently, thought, by the way, is not allowed.
It's auto. Negative.
Yeah, auto mod grabbed it. But thank you for permitting it.
Uh-huh.
No, you're good now, baby. We added it, so it doesn't matter.
We had to add it to the allowed words.
The other really good thing I think that's going to come out of Stadia is Google is also doing their own game studio. So I think we might see some cool shit coming out of that at some point once they start getting up and running. So that kind of has me excited. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's talk about the thing that Jiggly thought was one thing, but now it's something totally different.
Hey man, I was still hyped. All right.
This is still hype for me. I think. Nintendo was talking about releasing 2 new Switch models, like a lower end, like replacement model to replace like a 3DS essentially, and then a higher end, higher performance version of the Switch. I guess. They said it wasn't going to be as powerful as the PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X, so I'm not quite sure like where the PowerPoint is and what the reasoning for it is. But in any case, that's pretty cool. I especially like the lower one because that's just going to get more people into the Switch, I think. And also, I need another Switch because my kids use it too much and I want to play games. And so I can get them the cheap-ass one and also not worry as much if they do end up breaking it because it's the cheap-ass one.
Very true.
And mostly they play like Mario and stuff, which I'm going to assume the cheaper one will still run just as well. I'm going to guess like stuff like Skyrim or Doom may not run as well on it, but... I don't know if it's going to have limits or if it'll still play everything. It's just going to be crappier,
I also wonder if it'll be able to be like put in a dock like the current one is.
Right. And
I think it does not. I don't remember exactly what they said.
Well, it's rough. The only thing they officially said about it is that there's no force feedback on it, right? So it doesn't have any of that kind of mechanic. Also, I'm wondering if it'll be one piece, like where you can't take the things off of it.
That might have been what's off.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But we'll see. They said they were supposed to announce a bunch of stuff at E3, so we'll see that at E3 coming up soon. More stuff about that. It's kind of cool.
We see Final Fantasy VII.
We were not going to see that ever. We're not going to see that ever.
The model will cut costs by removing features with vibration specifically cited.
Yeah.
Our children will have children before Final Fantasy VII is done.
Hey, as long as it's in my lifetime, I'll be all right, I guess. Fuck Final Fantasy VII, Tarnus. First hardcore season on Diablo Mobile. Oh god, Nerdgasm, get out of here.
Dude, get out of here. Whoa, let's go. Oh man. Anyways,
they also said that they're hoping to release those consoles a little bit after E3 as well, so that they're out for like the Pokemon games and stuff like that. So we got a pretty quick turnaround time on that hardware, and this sometime this year in theory is what they're saying. So that's pretty cool. I like it. I love it. New update for Division. Is that fucking tomorrow? Or no, it's the 5th, isn't it? 5th, Tarnus? I think it's the 5th. Invasion update for Division. Looks pretty good. Yeah, Friday, which I think is the 5th. A lot of new content already. This was part of their 1 year free content stuff. They already had it mapped out. They had this. They got a summer one, an autumn one, and a winter one, so that's great. It looks pretty cool. There's like a new stronghold, I believe. There's invaded missions, like it's a new mission type, I guess. By enemy forces and stuff like that. So it looks pretty cool. Pretty big update.
It's like Watch Dogs whenever they just hack into your game.
Dude, I liked. Was it Watch Dogs where you could have your phone and you could when people are actually playing Watch Dogs, you could send like the drones and stuff after them? Yeah, that was so cool. I liked it.
Actually.
I like that functionality where.
Remember when Division was supposed to have drones that you can control with your phone?
And your tablet, and then they didn't do it.
They didn't. Because they're assholes.
Those fuckers bait and switch me.
Didn't they think it'd be like OP or something? And that was why they didn't do it.
They were like, "That's too strong for PvP," and we're like, "Well, don't do it for PvP."
Don't allow the drones in the PvP zone. Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand.
Because that would be so cool to just like be in a
badass.
drone and shoot stuff. Like if you can't play on the PC, I need some more cross-platform, that kind of stuff. Like, I know a lot of people are down for cross-platform. Like, I'm down for any game to be cross-platform. But I'd like cross-platform, like, especially phone-type stuff, to just be like a variation of the game, but still interacts with it. Like, that seems pretty cool,
Like Diablo Immortal?
Oh, God, I hate you. Diablo Immortal's not going to be on a regular system. It's just only going to be on the phone, you bitch. I'm going to stab you. Anyways, so that's coming out on Friday. Pretty cool. We got a big one. The Borderlands 3 announcement happened.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Who's excited for
I mean,
that?
realistically, they already knew we knew it was coming because they did a fucking graphics demo for it.
Yeah, but they kind of
3 years ago.
It's official now, right? And also, we're gonna learn a lot more tomorrow. Unfortunately, a day before the podcast, but that's okay. Like the release date and all that kind of stuff, which has kind of been supposedly leaked, but it happened on the 1st, so that's sketchy. I don't know if that's real, but if the leak's real, September 13th. But again, that came out on April Fool's, so you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt, right? That was on their official Twitter, though. It's just a lot of people think it could be an elaborate ruse, so we'll see how it goes. But it looks cool. 4 new characters, obviously. We saw a lot of the old characters in the trailer. Looks like pair of twins as bad guys, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, twin sirens are the main antagonist.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. I don't know. It looks good overall. I heard a lot of people bitching that it doesn't look good at all. Like it looks pretty mediocre, and I'm like, first of all, it's one trailer, you assholes.
Not even a gameplay trailer.
Right. We didn't really see a ton. I mean, but it looked fine. And one of the biggest things I've seen is people talk about graphics, and the problem with Borderlands is the aesthetic already. It's cell shaded. How much better cell shaded graphics are you gonna get?
4K cell shaded, okay? I need to see.
Here's the best part: it's not cell shaded at all. And if you wanted, you could just go look up exactly how they did it, because they've had an entire fucking conference on the graphics that they use for Borderlands and the graphics that they're using for Borderlands 3.
Well, anyways, so people are bitching about that. I've seen some really dumb bitching, and I'm like, look, just wait until you learn more about it, like tomorrow, okay? But anyways, I'm excited.
Shit to bitch about.
We've played the other ones a few times.
Yeah.
I will say, for me, Borderlands isn't my favorite co-op multiplayer, but it is still fun. So,
I think it's fun as fuck in stints. I feel like it's not fun to play all the way through.
I got you.
I
Yeah.
disagree entirely.
Well, with people, like
Yeah.
alone,
With
I'll play it all the way
people.
through every
Oh,
time.
I
But
wanna play
with
all
people,
the
I
time.
feel like it gets way too fucking like.
It's
You
awesome.
just have to keep dealing with people going to the fucking bathroom when you're just trying to get through a certain
It
part.
gets too hectic.
That's why you gotta have a schedule, man.
You gotta
Yeah,
have
schedule.
My
a
schedule is
Schedule
you
your
don't get to
bathroom
pee.
breaks.
no
Schedule
no
your
So
Pepe.
you either get a schedule or you get a catheter. It's your choice.
Oh my
Exactly.
god. Okay, so I want to show this
Just Gatorade
last part.
bottles.
I put this in here mostly for personal reasons. So Jedi Knight, this is old ass like 1996. I'm pretty sure. I might have to go look up the date. LucasArts game.
The new big screen. Sorry.
Are you talking about this 32K or bus?
No, I'm talking about what Nerdgasm put in chat.
10-4 during the work week on a new
Big screen.
big screen. Gotcha. That's an inside joke for me because I have no fucking
Yeah,
clue.
but it's in the brain trust office. Don't worry about it.
Anyways, Jedi Knight now has HD textures, which is cool in like by itself. That's pretty neat. Because I might go back and play it, but apparently all the HD textures made in this pack were made by an AI. Like an AI went through and did all of them, which is pretty
That's
cool.
neat.
Let me see if I can show you this real quick. I'm not gonna be able to see because fucking. Woo! Look at that. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Let me put this like this. There you go. Oh shit. Anyways, it's kind of cool. The difference is pretty crazy. Just like it's gonna kind of filter back and forth if you guys can see it. It's just a lot more crisp. The bodies look better even. It's crazy that it was all done by AI though to me. It's one of those things where the computers are getting way too smart for my liking, you know?
The gun doesn't even change.
Yeah, like, well the gun's not even there. It's like it's gone. Oh, you mean the gun close
That he's
up.
holding.
Yeah,
like,
I gotcha.
Like I was
Yeah, it's-
using the gun to kind of try and reference, but it never even moved.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, anyway, so it was kind of cool. It's kind of cool just to see that it was all done by AI, so nobody had to actually go in and do that. So I wonder if we're going to see more old games like that get done through like AI processing.
Yeah, I can see it.
You know, because it doesn't take a lot of effort at that point. Well, as far as I know, fuck it. It might take a lot of effort. I don't know how it works. But anyways, we kind of mentioned this earlier. Skyrim Grandma, the one that's played a ton of Skyrim. I think it's on YouTube. Doesn't she do it all on YouTube?
Yeah.
Is now going to be in Elder Scrolls 6. They got like a special NPC for her, so that's kind of funny and neat. I wouldn't mind being in an Elder Scrolls game, you know. So pretty cool. And then I noticed that Sega Genesis is coming out with their mini now. So we got any Sega fans in here?
Yeah, I love me some OG Sonic.
Dude, I love Golden Axe.
I love Golden Axe too, actually.
It's actually a really fun game.
It's fun as fuck. It's gonna, the games in the Genesis Classic, which is coming out in September 19th. Altered
like
Beast,
Scorpio.
Castlevania, Bloodlines, Comic Zone, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Echo the Dolphin, classic right there. Echo the
Best.
Dolphin. Gunstar Heroes, Shining Force, Sonic the Hedgehog, Space Harrier 2, and Toe Jam and Earl. So, again, this is kind of like the PlayStation Classic for me. There should be some games in here that I don't know why they're not in here. Could have been licensing. Golden Axe, Earthworm Jim.
Oh man,
Like, two right off the top of my head that I would like to have.
Gex.
And they're not on there. Gex is actually was a pretty popular one. So I don't know, like it's missing some stuff in my opinion. So we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be $80 too, which is another downfall for me. Anything that didn't take Nintendo's cue and keep it like lower cost. I don't know why it costs so much. I hate you. At least this one comes with 2 controllers, whereas like the PlayStation only came with 1. You know, Nintendo didn't Nintendo those came with 1 too, right? You had to buy a second one for the Nintendos. I have both of them and I don't fucking know, to be honest with you. Anyways, those are the games it said so far. It's supposed to have 40 games, so I'm going to hope that Earthworm Jim and like stuff like that's in there. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But
I like the original X-Men for Sonic or for Sega.
oh yeah,
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah.
yeah. Let's just get all of them.
Definitely licensing.
Yeah, oh, yeah. You're right. So we'll see. But I'm excited. I played the Sega because I was always the weird child who got the weird ass console systems. Like I had a Jaguar. It was dumb. Nerd, thanks for those subs, by the way. I appreciate you. I don't know who the hell Nad Hadnesteku is. But thanks for gifting him. That's you? Did you rename yourself?
No, it's just one of his alts.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all the giveaways that you're doing right now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a giveaway soon, but we'll talk about that on the actual stream. Cool. That's it. That's all I got for news. Anybody want to talk about anything else?
Nah, nothing I can think of right now.
So we're gonna do a new segment. Probably next podcast is when we'll really start it, but I want to talk about it real quick. It's gonna be like community news, or I probably call it community update. And we're gonna try to keep an eye out for people who have like either hit their goals in the community or are having a special event. Like I've seen a lot of people doing subathons right now, and stuff like that, like 24-hour streams, whatever it is. And we're gonna try to keep you guys updated as well, like as just a little mini section about people in the community. For example, 2 examples I have just for this podcast is Jimbo. For those of you who know Jimbo is, he's a streamer, obviously, and he just hit 2,000 followers last week. So that's pretty cool. And we have quality biddies getting donated with good messages in them right now. Here's
I appreciate it.
Here's Jimbo's Twitch if anybody's interested. If you want to go give him a follow, but he definitely just hit 2,000 followers, which is crazy in his first year. I mean, it's not crazy. Obviously, we've seen people explode, in less time than that, and obviously
Like
take
Mia
longer.
Khalifa.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well.
hey, don't put down his achievement.
Partnered in like 30 minutes, easy.
But anyways, so congratulations to him for his 2,000.
Oh, he's also from Texas.
Yeah, he's a real life friend of ours.
Oh.
Yeah, we know him for real. So,
Oh.
anyways, so that's him. And then wanted to just mention like the other community thing that happened is another streamer, commentator for you, went on a hiatus for and didn't think if he was going to return or not, but he's back now, so that's cool. It was only about a 3 or 4 week hiatus, but sometimes you gotta take a break. The streaming thing gets to you, especially when you're doing it multiple times a week or whatever, and you gotta take a break. So I've thought about it a couple times, and I mean we've done it a couple times, to be honest with you. So
Yep.
that's one of those things, sometimes. But they're back, so that's cool to hear. And if you want to check him out, I'll put their info down in the chat as well. So anyways, I think that's all we got for this week. Nobody else had anything, right? So we're good to go. Hopefully, I think so. We're gonna do another podcast in 2 weeks. We are going to hopefully have some games to talk about in those next 2 weeks. I know at least Mortal Kombat's coming out. Maybe some other stuff.
Let's talk about Mortal Kombat right now. Whoa, that blood!
Blood is everywhere. Anyways,
Just rip that guy's spine out.
there's fatalities. Oh my god. It's too bloody. This is making kids too violent. Anyways.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Hey, I only played Mortal Kombat for the babalities, okay? Anyways.
God damn
it. Okay, anyways, we also, I think 2 weeks after that, we're going to have some sort of retro podcast. We're pulling in C-Team, and they were talking about doing a retro podcast. So, I'll get more details on that, and that'll be in about a month. So that'll be the next couple of podcasts. We have E3 coming up soon. So we'll definitely be doing a podcast or two on that. So we'll see you in the next couple of weeks. Next, like I said, the next one will be a regular one, but hopefully we have some actual games to show you on that one. And then after that, we'll do a retro one, and then we'll move on from there. So appreciate it.